I'm Libby Werner.
Hi, and I'm Rachel Pytlak, and we're co-founders at Pytlak Werner, LLC.
And I am Sarah Anderson.
And I'm James Holmberg, and Sarah and I are with Vilas AI.
So in our last video, we, Rachel and I, proposed that strategy depends on clarity. And we made the case for cartographers or map makers. Because map makers orient you to where you are, what lies around you, and they set you up to plot a course for where you want to go. We also gave you a mini back of the napkin activity to prepare you for a process documentation project. We suggested jotting down your organization's domains and the percentage documented you think they currently are.
Great. So now if the company has done their back of napkin exercise, I'm sure you'd love to see them at this point. So once they've engaged a cartographer, like you both, then what happens once you've delivered the map?
Well, once you have a map in hand, you can see your internal impasses. You can see which domains lie far apart. You can see which processes border closely on each other. You can see the connecting, or sometimes, as the case may be, the dead end or under construction pathways between every part of your organization. And when you can see all of that at once, where and what change needs to be made actually becomes hard not to see.
So, Libby, how do you kickstart that change? Like, how do you plan and implement something that basically you've never seen before?
Well, that is precisely when you engage a navigator. Rachel and I were cartographers, but you and Sarah at Vilas AI, you guys, external domain experts, you're the navigators, and you guys are the ones that can help guide organizations through, to, around, and away from specific features and regions of their process landscape.
Yeah, and so I have a question for Sarah. So from your perspective as AI trainers, why does it matter to be able to see who owns what and where the overlaps are, where the gaps are, where they live as you come into a project?
Well, it's incredibly important, and Jim and I always start by saying AI doesn't live in a vacuum. So you really need to know where that information lives in your organization. And once you do know that, once you have that clear map, then we really can come in and train you well. And with that clear map, it's really showing teams how AI fits within the workflow for that team. And it's about sharing knowledge. It's about speeding up communication amongst your team and also removing duplicate work amongst team members.
Okay, so with an organization's processes and are documented and visible, how does that help you decide where to begin with AI training?
Yeah, I think for us, what we do is we look for natural points of collaboration. So what that means is like shared data, shared responsibilities within a company or organization. Those are often the best places to kind of start with the tools like ChatGPT or Copilot, because if your team's already working across those sort of boundaries, AI can act sort of like a almost connective tissue, right? And, once people see that actually in action, what we find is that it sparks like bigger conversations, more organization-wide changes. So that's kind of how we approach that, looking for those collaborative parts.
Connective tissue. I really like that. So if you're listening now, tune in again next week for part 3 in this mini series. And we'll be talking to you about and showing you how training teams like Vilas AI use AI tools and can turn a process map into real progress for your organization.
Thank you.